Take two! Hopefully my phone won't cut out. Long story short, went to Lush. I wanted to find a soap bar because I was really intrigued by them. I've seen them a lot in previous videos and I thought, looks interesting. Anybody who doesn't know what a soap bar is, it's just practically, not a soap bar, a shampoo bar. It's a shampoo in a bar. What more can I say? You rub it on your head or you lather it up in your hands and you put it in your hair and it makes your hair all nice and shiny, spanky new, whatever. So I went into Lush, and no offence to anyone in Lush who works there, but people do kind of like pounce on you when you get in there, asking if there's any ways that they can help you, what you're looking for, what can they do for you today, and you're just like, no, go away, you don't really care half the time. But I kind of thought, well, I'll go for it. I didn't really know what I was looking for personally for my hair type, because if you're a person with coloured hair like I am, like vibrantly, brightly coloured hair, you should know that you shouldn't wash your hair with Head and Shoulders. It is bad for not your hair but your colour. Your colour will pretty much seep straight out of your hair, and obviously me having hair the colour that I have it is hard to find an anti-dandruff shampoo that doesn't harm your colour, that isn't Head and Shoulders, because you know Head and Shoulders really does help me a lot. Not so much for greasy hair, like mine gets quite a lot of the time, but more so for like your normal colour treated hair, that shampoo really did help me out. I don't suffer from like little bits of dandruff. I do suffer from quite big chunky flakes that you can practically just gouge out and peel off, and that sounds really gross, but I do get that a lot, especially around the right side of my hairline, not so much the left. Don't quite understand. It seems to be that whatever side my parting is on, the side with the less hair is always the side that gets the most dandruff. I don't know whether that's because most of the heat from my hairdryer is aimed there and it dries out, or if it's just the way that hair is. I don't know. I should be a hair expert because I went to college to do hairdressing, but most of it just went one ear straight out the other. But so I asked her if she had a shampoo bar that was really good for dandruff, and she said she did. It helps with big chunks of dandruff, which is what I suffer with, so I thought, oh great, I'll give it a go. I was really hyped to do this first impression, and now I'm kind of not. Maybe once I've used it more than once, it might start actually doing the job. Before I get into my first impression of it, I will say it hasn't really done much for my dandruff. The rest of my head is absolutely fine, but that's not where I suffer. I suffer more around here, and it is still there. It's still noticeable. And I think the reason why I was so psyched to do this review is because I had really high standards of it. I always get high standards of any Lush product because it's natural, it's against animal testing, and I really want to try my hardest to like it. 9 times out of 10, I sometimes don't. I'm not a very scenty sort of person. I am, but I know what I like, and their Comforter bar is the best smell for me. That is the best smell out of everything I've ever smelled in Lush. Apart from the Yognog soap that they did, which I still haven't used. I just keep it to sniff, and it sounds really weird, but I don't want it to go because you can only get it at Christmas, and that's gone now. I should have really stocked up. But my first impression that I got from this product was the smell, because when I was in the shop she showed it to me and she said it does have a very strong smell, and I have it in a quarantine tub because this stuff stinks to high heavens, and it will stink out your house. I don't even need to open the pot to smell it, and I've still got the packaging here, and it's not the nicest of smells. It's not bad, but it's not a hair smell. Like, half the time for me, freshness of your hair and how your hair feels is partly to do with scent as well. If your hair doesn't smell fresh, you're not going to feel fresh. even if you are, if that makes any sense. This one's called Soak and Float Shampoo Bar, and it says, does your scalp suffer from flurries of flaky skin? Then zip it with this. And the only way I could describe the smell is like if you've been left inside a bonfire for a decade and then you've been taken out. It just smells like bonfire, which is a nice smell. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a smell for your hair, and it is really strong. The woman said it would dissipate when it was in your hair and on your hair, but it really hasn't. And I don't know whether that's because I've got the packaging and I've got the bar right next to me, but I'm pretty sure even though I go to another room, I can still kind of smell it. The main problem I have with my hair is that it also gets quite greasy as well, so I don't really like to put any product other than shampoo near my scalp. So when I do my conditioner and any other hair product, I just put it through the mid-lengths and ends, which is hard because obviously this smoky smell is just going to linger on the top of your head, and I don't want it to smell like all I've done all day before going to work is just sat inside a bonfire. I want to smell nice and I want to smell fresh, and I don't know whether it's just because I can smell it, but I can smell it, and I don't want to smell like that. I don't want to smell like I've been sat inside a bonfire for the majority of my life. I have put other things on it, so the mid-lengths and ends don't quite smell like it, but I think the roots might, so I don't really want to get too close to anybody right now. My first impression of the product when I put it on is that when I rinsed it out, my hair was really nice and squeaky on the first wash, and I've never had that. It's always been squeaky clean after the second rinse through, and then my hair will start to squeak, but this one completely, within the first wash and I was rinsing it out, my hands were just like squeaking down through my hair. And I didn't even feel like I needed conditioner. Now that my hair is dry, on the other hand, although I shouldn't have just put hand cream on, but I did because I'm silly. But now that my hair's dry, the ends don't feel as nice. I don't know whether that's because I put some other products on it and I've blow dried it. Maybe if I hadn't have done that, it would have been nice. So the only downside I have about it now is the smell. It really does stink, and it's probably going to be one of those things that you can only really use once a week. Maybe, I don't know. My first impression of it actually doing the job is that it has made my hair and scalp feel a lot nicer, apart from around my really bad problem area. I don't know whether that's because I need to use it more for it to actually be able to work properly. I can give you a more in-depth review when I've used it more often, but I thought I've just used it. I was really raved at the fact that my hair felt really clean after just one wash with it, like the first initial wash. I didn't feel like I really had to go back and do a second one. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I should have just done one wash with it and it might have been better. But it's all natural. You can't really go wrong with it. I would show you what the bar itself looks like, but I really don't want to open this pot because this stuff is lethal. But it has got a few bits and pieces in it. I don't know whether you can see it through the tub, but it has got like these little bits in it, which I didn't really think would go well with washing your hair, but it does. And I did get another one which smells 10 times nicer, and this one's called Honey, I Washed My Hair. No more need to comb the shelves for caramel scented natural soothing hair care. Rub this bar between your hands or straight onto wet hair, lather, massage and rinse out. Self pressure, I don't know, I can't read that, it's all typed and I haven't got my glasses on, but this one smells nice. And it does kind of smell like caramel, crossed with, I don't know, I'm no good at describing scents, but this one smells considerably nicer than that one. The only problem I have with this is it's not actually for dandruff, so I don't know whether it's just going to flare it up 10 times worse or not. But I thought because it smells nice I would give it a go. Maybe what I could do, I suppose, is do one wash with one shampoo and another wash with another shampoo. But then on top of that, I don't really want this scent to counteract the purpose of that one. I don't want this to sort of completely wash away any of the anti-dandruff ingredients in my hair, so I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. But I like this one. Not ready to use this one yet, and I'm probably going to have to buy a new container to put the other one in, because this, I don't even want to open it. Ugh. It's not a nice smell, but I will wash my hair with it a little bit more and get back to you with how good it is, if it is any good. Just, if you are going to purchase it, just hold your nose while you wash your hair, because it's not very nice to sniff. But apart from that, my hair feels really nice, and it does look really clean, and it's made it really fluffy. So that is the end of my review, and I don't know when I'll see you again, because I'm really bad at making YouTube videos, as you can see. Bye! Oh, it doesn't even want to end with the glitter.